Can't start out an FOC show without Woody. Come on, guys. What's going on?
What's up?
We're kicking this one off. I got a decent number of people already.
There is, yeah.
Popping in the chat. You were the first one in here. And then Comics Talk Weekly's here. Panel surfing, saying good afternoon to the humans. What? I think Sith's still drunk from last night. T. Ravis is here. We got All Strands Comic Collection in the house. What's going on? There we go. He's trying to come back to life with some pizza. I hear you. And Sean Miller is in the house. I feel like I don't want to look up that term on Urban Dictionary, but we'll see. So we're going to talk about Final Order Cutoff. I'm somehow awake right now, so after going to bed at I don't know what it was, 4 a.m.?
Yeah, dang.
No, it wasn't 4 a.m. It was 5 or 6 a.m., I think.
I made it the first 2 hours, but I started conking out. I just cannot keep standing up like that. I work too early in the morning to do that stuff. Once a week, even with the D&D, I'm done by 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But I went back and I watched most of it this morning, most of the rest of it. And I loved Lewis's segment, and everything with Jim was great. It was cool having Phil back on there. It was a really good show, honestly.
Yeah. And I don't sound like a robot right now, do I?
No.
Okay. I was having some technical difficulties last night. I don't know if you caught that. But apparently I was sounding like a robot. A little T-Pain going on. Wesley's Comic Collection's in the house. No Power Pack show today because kids got a date. But that was what Joey posted.
It said more than one girlfriend.
Oh, it said his girlfriends?
Yeah.
Well, so I'm on right now. Phil's dropping a video, I believe, at 5 Eastern for his 100 sub giveaway. And then East Meets West tonight, Team Nerd Herd tonight, Newbies Comics tonight, Ultra some point, probably late tonight. That's when he usually goes on. But so we got going on today. So let's get it started with let's talk about some DC comics.
Excellent.
So off the bat, we have a second print for Batman 106, which was the first cameo of Miracle Molly. It's it's a cool cover, but I'm not picking this up.
That's not something that interests me. It is a very cool cover, though. I like the angle.
Yeah, definitely. And then we have Batman 107, which is not going to be the first appearance of Miracle Molly. That'll happen in 108. But we have some more story about Scarecrow.
That's awesome. Scarecrow's one of my favorite Batman villains.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bricks is in the house. What's going on? And so it also says also featuring Ghostmaker. So we might get a little bit more Ghostmaker story. This last time we had a backup story that had Robin in it, which I believe that continued in, I think it was Detective Comics. I don't know if that's come out yet or not, though. Yeah, T-Rav is saying 106 was a great story. I'm liking it. I'm liking what Tynion's been doing with this, but I also am not that great of a Batman fan, so I go back and forth. Do I want to keep doing this, or
I'm a big time Batman fan. I just can't get them all, man.
Yeah,
it's so impossible.
Yeah. We have the Matina cover here, Matina cover, whatever. I said it again. And the 1 in 25 Riccardo Federici cover, which I love this art that he's been doing on these. I'm not gonna pick them up probably, but I love it. Absolutely. We have a second print of Batman Black and White. I'm tired. I might need you to take over the reading part of this.
Oh dang! I can't even. I see it. It's small print. So Batman, black and white, 3 of 6, second printing, and it's a sketch cover.
Yeah, there we go. uh, Interestingly, this was on FOC before. It must not have sold enough copies, so it's back on FOC. Batman Fortnite 0 point. So we know Marvel did the whole Fortnite thing. So we've got just having some flashbacks. We've got DC trying to do the Fortnite thing now and get the tie-in. Keeping it moving again. I'm not even going to continue showing those, but we got Batman Universe trade paperback, Batman Urban Legends number.
Now, I will probably pick that up. I did pick up the first one last week, and I haven't dove into it yet, but it's a very cool book, like just the weight, the feel of it and its thickness, and it seems like it's worth what you pay for it. So
okay. Yeah, it's $7.99, so it's a big one, right?
I think it's like 80 or 90 pages, something like that.
Nice. Cool. So it's is this the one that it had Chip Zdarsky writing Batman? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I'll probably pick that one up. The first one, I can grab the first one here in a minute and show you.
There's a Matina cover here and a Derek Chu cover here.
Oh, that's really nice.
That is. Derek Chu's art's really good. And yeah. This is Katana. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, the more I do these things with the DC stuff, I'm starting to remember who I'm talking about. I don't know anything about Crime Syndicate.
I have no idea. I don't know that series at all.
I know it released recently. That's about all I got here. If anybody in the chat is reading Crime Syndicate, let us know. Let us know if you think it's good, worth picking up. So there's also a Tyler Kirkham variant here with Owlman?
Yeah, from Watchmen.
The origin of Owlman is being talked about, actually, it looks like, in a backup story.
It makes sense since they're doing they did the Rorschach thing.
Yeah. Gotta talk about those characters more. We got something from the Sandman universe here, Dreaming Waking Hours, number 9.
Shout out to Nola. That's his top series. Yeah.
And the author, G. Willow Wilson, I think, was the Miss Marvel author. That name sounds familiar. Oh, we got They Are Evil Justice League is the Crime Syndicate. Okay.
Good thing he hasn't read it yet, because he'd probably be threatening us to read it if he had. T-Rav has this way of like trying to convince you to read certain series. He's like, you are making a big mistake if you don't read this.
Look at this. Owlman, that reminds me of the best story, Doomsday Clock. We're going to get some thumbs down for that comment, Wes.
Logics got a thumbs down last night. What the hell's the matter with somebody out there?
If you get a thumbs down, it shows you're doing something good. What's going on, Comic-Con? Welcome in. What else we got here? Far Sector, number 11 of 12. So this was the she's a green Lantern, right?
I don't know.
I believe that's
I don't know much about Green Lantern.
Far Sector 1 was her first appearance, and is the first. She's it's a female Black Green Lantern, I believe, is the whole thing there. We got Lewis Shadow Rabbit Clay Guy, the master clay creator, in the house. And, I'm gonna drop this again. If anybody wants to join the two of us on here, feel free. We'll keep going. What do we got here? Flash, trade paperback. We got a Green Lantern number 1. That's an interesting cover there.
Yeah. What the hell's going on there?
Yeah. Let's see. We got John Stewart alongside Teen Lantern Kelly Quintella, whose powerful gauntlet could be one of the most powerful and unstable weapons in the universe. All right. So is this the end of the Green Lantern Corps or a new beginning? Interesting. So we got of course, we got a couple covers here. We got a B cardstock. We got a 1 in 25 by Alex Maleev. That's pretty cool. It's if you're a John Stewart fan, there's a great cover for you.
That is nice.
Man Bat 3 of 5. haven't heard anything about 1 or 2, so I don't know. Man Bat though.
Yep. I have the first Man Bat.
Sith. That's it's too early for him to utter words, I guess.
See, and I've been up like 5 hours.
I
have to, man. Like I said, during the week I'm up so early for work. I can't break it during the weekend very much.
Nah, I mean I'm going to sleep early tonight. I'm probably not going to catch the shows tonight, unfortunately, but I'll catch the rewind. But I need to sleep. We got Next Batman Second Son #1 of 4. I highlighted this last night on Spine Ticks because this is origin of how Tim Fox became the next Batman in the future state stuff. So this might be worth checking out. Might be a good read for those that really loved the future state Batman. And of course, we got a cardstock variant, Ken Lashley. We got Rorschach 7 of 12. So that's still going. Tom King right there. We got Julian Totino Tedesco variant. We have the sensational Wonder Woman #2. Not much else I can say there. We got a Joshua Swaby variant for that as well. It's kind of cool cover. Infinity Gauntlet and DC.
Yeah, when you got to haul your cookies to work every Monday, sleep is not overrated.
Not much, just DC. But welcome in, Caroline. We've got Suicide Squad #2.
So the Talon is a member of the Suicide Squad now, I guess, because it's the second cover. I haven't kept up with it, but
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. With the power of Superboy now under her control, Amanda Waller sends the hero into Arkham Asylum to rescue Peacemaker and bring Talon, the famed Court of Owls assassin, back to join the new Suicide Squad.
That's interesting. I'm not reading that series, but that's really interesting.
Somehow she's controlling Superboy and using him as a part of the Suicide Squad to rescue people and recruit. All right. Yeah, I'm not reading that either, but honestly, I feel like the Suicide Squad is always interesting to me in the way that they have that all set up.
What was that cover?
That's the cover, the Gerald Perel cardstock variant for it. And then we have Swamp Thing #2. So we had #1 last, I think it came out last week, the week before. Ram V's writing this. We had a new Swamp Thing, so we're going to keep that series going. It's 10 issues, and look at this cover. Damn. It's a pretty sick Swamp Thing cover. All right. So we're going to move from Lunar on over to previews so we can talk about everybody outside of DC. So we've got Image Comics. We've got Bliss #6. I've heard really good things about this one. I have not gotten to read it, but I want to say it's supposed to be like 8 or 12 issue series or something. I could be wrong though, but I've been hearing really good things about this series, so I want to go back and read that at some point. Commanders in Crisis #7 of 12. I fell off this early on, but it did seem like it was going to be a pretty solid series to read, so I might read the trades later. It's got a couple covers here. You got your pick of what cover you like the best. What else we got? We got Deep Beyond #3 of 12. Also a lot of covers. I've gotten every cover for the first 2, but I'm gonna stop that here. I'm gonna get the cover A because you always got to have your cover A. Caroline, I think, is talking about Commanders in Crisis here.
She mentioned that last time.
Yeah, still reading, but it's just good enough to keep her reading. So, and that's kind of how I felt about it. Was like it was just good enough, but it was always the last thing that I wanted to read. So for me, that was like I needed to cut something out. That's where it went. So I figured I'll read the trade when it comes out. But Deep Beyond, I haven't gotten to read issue 2. It just came out this last week. I loved issue 1, so I'm hoping it continues to be really good. We've got so many covers here, but one of my favorites here, of course, the Mirka Andolfo cover. We were just talking about this last night, that she's literally everywhere with her covers right now, and such a range of art that she can do.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing is the Shambling Mound from Dungeons and Dragons.
That's hilarious. Wait till you guys run into a gelatinous cube.
Oh, God. I'm good. We don't need those. But like I said, Deep Beyond has so many different covers here. Kim Jung-ji did this one, which then also has, of course, this is like the peach cover for number 1, where we had the trade, the Virgin, and the sketch. Or I guess not even sketch, but black and white Virgin. And then I think this is kind of the more horror vibe type of cover here. Simone Bianchi. The ones that they've had done, the last 2 have been really good. I think Marco Cicchetto did cover for number 2 that was very good, very good. Let's see. We've got Firepowers reaching number 10, and I don't think you weren't reading this at all, right?
Mm-mm.
This is
I've never seen that before.
This is definitely a cool one to read. It's Robert Kirkman. It's planned to go for a while. It's like Iron Fist meets. I mean, it's got a lot of Iron Fist vibes. I mean, his fist can glow. Some people say it like meets Avatar because there's some fire bending kind of going on. But I think I'm really hoping that we find out there's these other like ninja clans that can like do earth bending kind of things and air bending and all those different types of things. Hoping that would be really cool. This one we highlighted last night, Geiger number 1, and to get back to what Wes said about Doomsday Clock, this is the team that brought Doomsday Clock.
Ah. We've
got Jeff Johns and Gary Frank reteaming to bring us Geiger number 1 from Image Comics. I think this is going to be a good one. It doesn't look like it's set to be a mini series or anything, so I'm very interested in this. This is it's set years since a nuclear war ravaged the planet. Desperate outlaws battle for survival in a world of radioactive chaos. Out past the poisoned wasteland lives a man even the night crawlers and the organ people fear. Some name him Joe Glow. Others call him the Meltdown Man, but his name is Geiger.
Okay. I remember Phil talking about that coming up.
Yeah. Phil also had this as a pick for FOC today. So there's Geiger silhouetted there with a skull and a atomic bomb kind of going off.
So I'm going to assume this is post-apocalyptic, but it's recent post-apocalyptic. Like the apocalypse is still actively happening.
It says set in the years since a nuclear war ravaged the planet. So I don't think it's future, like super far past.
Yeah.
But it's been a little bit.
There's still some adjustment going on.
Yeah. And so here is Geiger. This is a good look at what he looks like. So that's awesome character design right there. And then this one here I love too.
Oh yeah. That reminds me of Spectre.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. this right here is done by Jason Fabok, who I think didn't Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok do the Three Jokers?
Couldn't tell you. All I know is I've seen those covers, and there's a hardback of my LCS that I'm thinking about picking up. Never read Three Jokers.
Yeah, it was a recent story. I know Fabok was on that. I want to say it was Jeff Johns was the writer, but I could be wrong. Maybe some people in the chat will know. There seems to be a high trend in doing a lot more sketch variants recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of interesting one, though.
Well, when they saw the sales they got from Kid Collector on those Spider-Man, they...
Oh, man. Yeah, and we get a glow-in-the-dark cover here. So
I thought that other one would look like it was glow-in-the-dark. That's crazy that one's glowing. I bet that makes the skull face more. I bet that's what it does.
Maybe. I also see the green here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be part of it too, but it looks like that's around his eyes too, so we might get like a skull look and then like some stuff like kind of maybe radiation coming off of him or something. I'm looking forward to this one. This is a good one. What's up, Copy? Since you say FOC and you weren't here at the beginning.
Woody. FOC.
All right. Got to get that second FOC clip in, right? So we'll keep moving. Inkblot number 7. This has been fun. I like it because it's so different from everything else that I'm reading. It's like a fun little fantasy adventure kind of thing, and it's got a black cat in it. I like cats, so we got some Inkblot love in the chat here. Yeah, absolutely. There's there's some books out there, it's like you read a lot of things that end up they're not same or similar in what they do with the story, but similar genres. I find myself reading a lot of more, in the indie world, the horror comics.
Yeah.
And post-apocalyptic comes up a lot, or we get a mix of that. And so this one's just it's a fun lighter read. Even when there's some more serious topics in it, it's still a lighter, more fun read. So I think it's been a little bit since we had issue 6, so they might have had a break in there. But speaking of post-apocalyptic and horror, and something I know you love, we did a review on this one last week. Noctera number 2.
Lots of potential. They kicked it off right. This cover looks great. I mean, there's a lot of variants on the first one that were good, but I'm telling you, the cover A was great for me, and this is the same with this.
Yeah, and Panel Surfing, he's on board also. I think a lot of
a long-running series.
I hope it's a long-running series, or not so long that it runs it into the ground, right? But a long-running to
like 5 derivatives off of it or anything,
right?
we don't do the Walking Dead version or whatever.
Yeah, like a 2 years of telling this story, I'd be happy with that.
Sure, like 3 or 4 trades or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, cover A is cool. Look at her brother. I forget his name. Emery.
Emery, yeah.
Look at his mask. It's so like Daft Punk, right? Like with the eyes and stuff. I think that's so cool. And does she have like horns? Maybe that's just her way of lighting herself up, but looks like she has horns.
She didn't have horns in the first issue.
Right. I'm like, where did you get those from?
I get the impression that is the outpost that they were going to. Not much left of it.
Yeah, so let's see, we also Wes loved it, T Ravis loved it. Copies LCS had Scott Snyder show up, and
so us Noctera people are all kind of gravitating here. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Look at this. Their LCS, which is also Lewis's LCS, right? Shadow Rabbit, Clay Guy, and Copy go to the same LCS.
They were out together the other day, actually.
Yeah. And their LCS sold them for cover price. If if your LCS happens to get more signed covers and you're able to get me one copy, I'll buy one. Just keep that in mind. Be very interested. Yeah, love the universe they've built in Noctera. We
They
got
did. It feels fresh despite also being a post-apocalyptic. It's not the same old, same old.
Right. Said Pool, welcome in. Yeah, it's yeah, thank you, Lewis. It's a post-apocalyptic with a better twist than we've seen a lot of times. Yeah. The if you guys are wanting Star Wars High Republic Adventures signed by the writer, let me know because he goes to my LCS.
That's awesome.
Daniel Jose Older.
Yeah, Wesley, I just wish I got all comics at my LCSs. I'm almost a what do you call it, a oasis or whatever, or not, yeah, or food. You know, they have food deserts or whatever. I'm a comic desert where I
Oh, nice.
live. So,
Yeah, no, that's not good. The nice was to copy.
yeah.
What's your guys' LCS? I don't know what the store is. But yeah, so we have a cover B here by Clayton Henry, Alejandro Sanchez Rodriguez, the two of them.
Really
Super cool. I'm probably gonna get all of the covers on this one. If we go to here, I love this 1 in 25 here. And you know how people order high for issue 1, cut orders down for issue 2 often. Even if it is a series that seems to be hot, it still seems to cut down.
Yeah, so I had mentioned
World
to you
Cup.
that there was a lot of copies of Noctera at my main LCS. Those are all gone now. When I went for New Comic Book Day Wednesday, there were none left, not even one copy left. So that's saying a lot. If my little town with what we have, if it's selling out well here, then I would think it's very well.
I don't remember if you remember last week. Lou was saying it sold out in Alaska too.
It did, yes.
So yeah, so 1 in 25 here from Tony Daniel. So we'll move on to another new series that I think is going to be pretty interesting. Silver Coin #1 of 5. I believe this is a horror anthology series. Yeah, new horror anthology miniseries for mature readers. Chip Zdarsky is writing this first issue. We'll have Kelly Thompson, Ed Brisson, and Jeff Lemire also writing stories for this.
So, do you get the play on the silver coin thing?
I do not.
So, if I remember this correctly, all right, I got to dig deep in my lore here. But they used to give coins to dead people to stop them from rising from the dead because they thought that they had to give the ferrymen a coin.
Right.
So they when people would, the whole vampire type thing came from, people thinking that plague victims were dead, but they weren't. They would wake up after being really sick. So they put a coin on people hoping that they didn't wake up.
Yeah. And maybe that is a kind of pulling off of that a little bit.
I think that's what's going on there.
It says each issue will tell a tale of terror in a shared supernatural world. So all of this is the same world that they're doing these stories, which is cool.
I love anthology.
Yeah, and often anthologies, though, it's not in the same world necessarily, right?
Yeah.
So it's just unrelated stories, but this appears that it's going to link. Story starts in 1978 with a failing rock band whose fortune suddenly changes when they find the mysterious silver coin. Little do they know that fame comes with a cost and a curse is always hungry.
So different people will end up with a coin.
Sounds like it. And this is Michael Walsh on the art. I think he might be doing the art on all of them the way it sounds. But here's just a kind of a taste of what looks like on the inside. Yeah. Let's close out of that. There is a cool cover by Tula Lotte. I'm really liking this. Nice yellow cover here. And then we have one more by Maria Wynn. It's a kind of nice creepy vibe going on that one. I believe that. Yeah, that's all for that. And then we have Walking Dead Deluxe number 12. Somehow it has gotten to number 12 already. I feel like this just started these colored versions, and there we are, number 12. So that wraps up Image. We'll move on to Dark Horse Comics. We've got a new series here, Beasts of Burden Occupied Territory, number 1 of 4. So it's an 8-time Eisner Award-winning comic book series blending fantasy and humor. So we got a new story in that. I've honestly never heard of Beasts of Burden, though. So I don't know when the last one came out, but it might have been before I was really paying too close attention to the indie titles, or at least Dark Horse indie titles. The coin equals the pick of destiny.
That sounds right. That sounds like what's going on.
There we go. That one's got a cool cover B there. Look at that. So we've got the trade paperback for Cyberpunk 2077. I know some people were liking this one, Dead Dog's Bite. It's getting number 2 of 4. With it's written and drawn by Tyler Boss. I did not pick this one up. It didn't sound like a book up my alley, but I am hearing good things about it. So definitely would be something that some people are going to be loving. There's a cover B by Josh Hickson. Let's see. Fear Case. Number 3 of 4. So we were just talking about this last night. We've got Matt Kint like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
He's doing Fear Case. He's doing Crimson Flower, ENIAC, Berserker.
Yeah.
He's just doing everything. Like, I don't know how he's doing so many things right now.
Like Tynion.
Yeah, Tynion's everywhere. He's just popped up everywhere. Kate's has been kind of everywhere too, right? So I love these cover A's. The black cover, simple design.
Yeah.
One thing in center and the 3 for the the issue number right there. I love that design. We've got a cover B by Torres and Crabtree. So we're maybe finally, hopefully, probably not figuring out what happens in this issue. It'll probably be issue 4 we would really find out. But it's still going. We're halfway there, so might as well get the second half of that in. Nice. Mine, I haven't checked my mail this morning, my email, so I'm hoping mine does ship finally. I think I emailed them yesterday, like, what's going on? So actually, I think they responded.
Yeah.
Oh. We just received our ENIAC this last Wednesday, so we are in the last wave of orders to ship. Cool. That is awesome. So yeah, mine will be my Zoe Noctera. I don't think has shipped. I'm pretty sure it hasn't, and I think it takes them a little bit for some reason to get their exclusives. That'd be Trinity Comics, because they just got. It was interesting. I got Zoe did a cover for Zoe Lachey, the artist. She did a cover for Ice Cream Man that I showed last night. It's creepy ice cream cone cover, and I bought it from Mutant Beaver Comics in Canada because Trinity Comics sold out of it, and I couldn't get it, and they still had it. So I was like, okay. Oh, I got it. And then I saw in the Facebook group for Trinity Comics that they just got their covers in. I was like, I already have mine right here. How did you guys just get them? So I don't know what's going on with shipping. I'm super, super excited to read ENIAC. Because I pre-ordered the first print and the not first print, so I'll probably read the not first print because the first print's probably going to go CGC or something and protected because prices on that went crazy. We talked about God of War Fallen God #1, I think a couple weeks back. So here's #2. That's a great cover by Dave Raposa. Again, we see these video game titles heat up because people want to see the video games turned into movies or TV shows. And I think God of War actually does have something coming.
I think I heard something like that too a while back.
Yeah. And speaking of video games, we have Overwatch. We got #5 of 5 here. And then we wrap up with some trade paperbacks for Dark Horse.
So is that a trade for the Stranger Things Dungeons & Dragons?
That is a trade. So that might be something you'd want to look at.
Yeah, because I know Sith gets those, and I've been seeing the covers at my LCS. It's just not a rabbit hole I've been wanting to go into, but I will read it in trade form for sure.
Yeah, because I think it's 5 issues long. So
yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah, but
yes, T. Ravis makes a great point here. Those not first print ENIACs don't pay over cover price because they can print those on demand, is what they're saying. And so shops can continue to order it still. Yeah. There's no cutoff. There's nothing like that. They can order it. They can make it more. And so you should only pay cover price. I think Midtown just got some more in. So if you're looking for a place to order from, Midtown has them. I think Golden Apple had some, but I think they sold out again. So just, keep your eyes out. If your LCS isn't one of the bad idea shops, look for those online shops and get the not first print orders in so you can read the story. Because I think it's, from what I hear, it's a good story. So it's worth doing it. Just saying,
not much from IDW right now.
Yeah, Stranger Things D&D is amazing. Lock and Key Sandman, Hell and Gone #1. So a crossover between Sandman and Lock and Key. So we were just talking about the Sandman universe over at DC, right? And so they're doing a crossover here with IDW. And so Joe Hill and Neil Gaiman are writing this together. And so we got a couple covers there. We've got Marvel Action Captain Marvel #2. And we got, of course, Captain Marvel. We got Spider-Gwen, who was on the first issue cover, and there was a 1 in 10 on that. And somebody's looking at their phone here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Captain Marvel. That's her colors there. She's got her fingernails.
I was just say, if you didn't point out the nail thing, I thought it was going to be the Spider-Man that's supposed to like live stream all the time or whatever.
And so here is the 1 in 10 from Kayla Lash. Kayla? All right. It's
Perpetual's here.
Oh, look at that. Got Perpetual from across the pond.
Yeah.
There we go. I was
on with him yesterday.
And Sith's learning words from them over there. Filth. Awesome. Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for everyone who's in the chat right now. I see we got about 17 people with us watching this, so really appreciate that. But this one right here, because Marvel Action is not well ordered, usually kind of on the low side of ordering, the 1 in 10s usually pop off a little bit. I know that happened with issue 1, but maybe now that people know issue 1 had that happen, they're going to pick up more of issue 2. I don't know. It's a cool Spider-Gwen Captain Marvel cover.
Yeah, I like the cover of that a lot, actually.
We've got Star Wars High Republic Adventures #3. So I was just saying earlier, this guy right here, Daniel Jose Older, he actually goes to my LCS. So I got 1 and 2 signed by him. And one of those will be part of the giveaway for Spinetix 500. So issue 3 here, I love this cover here. We've got our villain from the Nihil. We've got, one of our heroes here. We've got Yoda. We've got this kid who's a little confused in the story right now. And then we've got the 1 in 10 Yale Nathan cover here, which continues the interlocking, connecting. There we go. Connecting covers, not interlocking. I think the first 5 issues are going to have the 1 in 10s will have that connecting cover going on. And I don't know much about Transformers Beast Wars, but
I used to watch the Beast Wars animated series when I was a kid, and I had a lot of the Beast Wars Transformer figures.
Nice. So we've got issue number 3 of that series here with a cover B with a rat on the cover.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
It looks like a National Geographic.
Right? Yeah, with that yellow border, definitely. Let's take a look at Marvel Comics. We got Amazing Spider-Man 63. I actually dropped Amazing Spider-Man.
How? That's like the one I thought you'd never drop.
I did too. I just kind of I'm over it. And we've got Spider-Man's roommate and friend Randy getting together with the Beetle. That was a storyline from like issue 20 something. They kind of forgot about it for a long time. And now we're on issue 63 and it's coming back.
Fans just pestered it so much that they finally like, all right, well, we better do this.
That's part of why I'm just like, there's been so many storylines they've just kind of ignored and forgotten about.
We discussed this before you came in.
Yeah, you missed the whole Image talk. We talked about Geiger. We talked about Silver Coin. Of course, Noctera. I missed this. Copy said 1 in 10 of Spider-Gwen Captain Marvel will be popular. I think this is referring to your mannequin.
He put that in his advertisement on his Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that. Double team mannequin pause. But this is a Heroes Reborn variant. So not sure how I feel about that. It looks like, what is that, She-Hulk? It looks green and purple, right?
Yeah. Well, considering they're about to do She-Hulk series.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm staying away from Heroes Reborn mostly. There might be one thing that I'm interested in picking up. Sedpool, I am picking up Geiger. This one right here.
That's one I feel like if enough of you guys say it's good, I'll pick up the trade on it.
Yeah. I think I got to see how the story is, but I have high hopes for that one as well as Silver Coin. And you already know Noctera.
Yeah.
Hyped on Noctera. So
yeah.
Storyline they forgot about sounds like the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. Oof. So yeah, America Chavez 2 of 5. I picked up number 1. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, and I really liked it. So I might pick up number 2. We'll see. I like the younger heroes, and so that's why I've been looking at that. We got another Bengal cover. Bengal's been all over the place recently too. Let's see if there's a ratio on this one. I really liked the 1 in 25 on number 1. There's not. Well, that's an interesting cover there. We have Avengers 43s getting a second print. Oh, Perpetual. Not only did the artist for Geiger do Doomsday Clock, but the writer for Geiger did Doomsday Clock. this is a Doomsday Clock reunion. So I think everybody on YouTube should be getting this book so we can throw that into the Doomsday Clock guys' faces.
If you like Geiger, will that inspire you to read Doomsday Clock finally?
Probably. I mean, I want to buy it kind of cheap. I don't want to pay too much for it.
My LCS actually has every individual issue packaged together for $50.
See, I don't want to pay $50 for it.
I know. I'm just saying that they do have it. They have the whole run of it together.
I see what you're doing there. I see. And so it begins. Yeah, Avengers 44, we're Enter the Phoenix, the fiery finale. And so I believe issue 43, we saw a silhouette of a female character that seemed to be hinting that they were the Phoenix, but last night Ultra was saying he's hearing it may not be the female character that remains in the tournament bracket. I don't know how exactly they're doing it. I think that guy still has me blocked.
That guy has so many people blocked. I don't think he can pester anyone anymore because they can't.
I know, right? And T. Ravis, this was his one of his picks. Avengers 44, the Momoko cover. It's a cool She-Hulk cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're definitely gonna. I think you're right on that other one with She-Hulk too. I think they're gonna go pretty hard on She-Hulk in the paper world before she comes on the show.
Mm-hmm. They got to set it all up. We got a connecting cover here.
That's a really cool cover.
Damn, I hope it. I hope Echo actually is the one. I don't know if she's still left, but that would be kind of cool. I give Echo an upgrade to her powers. I'm not really going to talk about this one. We have Avengers Mech Strike number 3.
Oh yeah, we're done with that after the first few.
Conan the Barbarian number 20. We also have some Captain America omnibuses here. If you're wanting to catch up on Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, this is the first 6 issues, so they must be re-releasing this trade paperback. I feel like that had to have come out a while ago. Demon Days X-Men number 1's got a second print with cover art by Peach Momoko. But it also has a 1 in 25 with cover art by J. Scott Campbell. And it's a sketch cover, which kind of, is every time they do a 1 in 25, it seems like it's a sketch cover for like the second prints. So they're sticking to their formula.
That's really interesting to see that she's got a series that she created that's her art on the interior, and then have somebody like J. Scott Campbell do the cover for a change rather than,
Yeah. Really weird. There was a lot of different covers on issue 1, the first print. So he did like a color version of that cover. I think we had an In-Huk Lee cover, or maybe it was Ji-Hung Lee, one of the Lees. There's like 5 or 6 different covers. This must have been one of the 27 thumbs down. Who liked Demon Days? That's a good question. I thought it was okay. I agree. Yeah, it was different.
I think Azor said he liked that.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't think I'm going to read the rest of her Demon Days books because the characters aren't ones that I'm necessarily, a big reader of. But I enjoyed what they did with it, or what she did with it, because it was all her. It was her work, her art style, and yeah, it was, yeah, like it, and that's why I'm not picking it back up. It was a good read, but I think they're going on to she's going to do a Black Widow one next, and so they kind of hinted that at the end. So yeah, it was good. Excalibur number 20. Oh, so it's Star Wars Episode 1 here, The Phantom Menace.
That's awesome.
Invisible Threat on Krakoa. maybe they're the only people that can find the invisible threat, it looks like. So that's going on. There's a hardcover volume 1 of Excalibur, the current series. Fantastic Four trade paperback. Immortal Hulk 45. This is a cool cover. Alex Ross has been killing these covers.
Yeah.
We know this ends at issue 50, so we're fast approaching the end of the Immortal Hulk. Another cool homage cover here by Joe Bennett. And we have a Liefeld Deadpool 30th variant. Oh, I guess there's one more. I think this is the Heroes Reborn variant. So keep it moving to King in Black 5 of 5. Here we go. The end of King in Black. We get to find out what happens with Null in this one. What's a god to a non-believer? It's interesting. Guess if Null is a god and Venom doesn't believe in him, I don't know. I did not read Deadpool's 30th anniversary thing, but I heard there was a it was a Spider Pool. It was a Spider-Man Deadpool hybrid character that appeared in that, made a first appearance. Not that that's going to be anything, but that's what Ultra was saying. Copy wants Alex Ross back at DC. Let's see Captain Eddie kick some ass. That's Captain Universe, right? I thought this was a Justin Bieber homage. Oh, Perpetual.
You got to get Perpetual on here sometime.
Yeah, Perpetual, are you able to hop on, or is it still same stuff going on as when you were in the live stream for Spine Ticks, whatever ungodly hour that was for me? You still doing? I was
on live with him yesterday during the day on his channel, so that's crazy to think that he came on Spine Ticks.
Oh, he didn't. It's Mother's Day over there in the UK.
That's right.
So
yeah, Geeky Guy was on.
Geeky Guy came on real briefly because we had gotten him to 500 subscribers last night. So he wanted to pop on, say thanks, hang for like 5-10 minutes, and then he was going and doing Mother's Day stuff. But Perpetual, if you want to hop on, let me know. Unless you're still doing Mother's Day stuff.
I like the disclaimer that was given about that. Everyone, he's talking about the UK. Okay, you're not late on Mother's Day. Don't worry.
Yeah, so we got a U connecting variant here. We see Silver Surfer. We see Thor. We got a spoiler. This is actually the tattoo variant is a spoiler. Oops. Helps if I could type. Stegman sketch variant, which I think that's going to be probably a 1 in 100 of the cover A. We've got a Scotty Young variant. I love this one. Donnie, I thought you said long arms. Strong, Ryan. I said strong arms. So this is the second time Scotty Young has drawn Ryan Stegman and Donnie Cates on a cover. So that's kind of funny. I'm probably getting that one. We've got a Sandoval Dragon variant. We have a lot of covers. Stegman has a spoiler variant. And this one, the Booth wraparound. This is really cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. That's like the Marvel equivalent of that Batman one.
Yeah. So you got all these heroes that are in there fighting the kind of the symbiote dragons and all. So that's really cool.
That is, yeah. I'm not picking up much Marvel stuff, but that's like something I would probably get right there for cover.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the end of that. I'm zoomed in still. Let's see what else we got here. King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes, number 3 of 3. This is wrapping up shoot, it was maybe, I think it's different stories, but I think it had in issue 1, it was the first of Cletus Cassidy's like great grandfather or whatever becoming, I think Plague was the name. We've got the return of Toxin, which is a symbiote we haven't seen in a while. And we got Cloak and Dagger here. With this is a Philip Tan cover, which is pretty cool. We've got Marauders number 19. Still pirating, on their pirate ship. That's all I can say because I haven't read this in a while. Yeah, in Madripoor, Marauders are prepared to pillage and plunder as a proper pirate please. Oh gosh, the alliteration. As the pressure pours on in Madripoor, the Marauders prepare to pillage and plunder as a proper pirate pleases. Say that one 5 times fast. I will not. No worries.
He's talking about that Marvel one where they're blasting all the symbiote dragon.
Oh, the wraparound?
That's what he was talking about, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we'll get there. You're getting ahead of yourself, man.
He like comes in late, talks about books you already covered, then he starts talking about books you're not to yet.
Runaways 35. I don't know if anyone's still reading Runaways. I didn't even realize it was still going on. But those are characters I really honestly don't know a whole lot about, but I've always wanted to read Runaways and learn about them. Interestingly, we have Secret Wars is getting a new trade paperback. So we've talked about the fact that maybe we're going to get Secret Wars in the future in the MCU. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that they're kind of republishing that right now. Squadron Supreme is getting a Marvel Tales. This collects Avengers 69 to 70 and 85 to 86. As well. Yeah, no, that's it. Oh man, no worries. I saw you had that on your picks for the week though, the Project Patron, or I guess if you want to be different with it, you can say Project Patron. We got Star Wars High Republic number 4, Kevin Scott, Phil Noto on the covers, Ario and Indito on the interiors. I honestly think this is potentially we aren't going to have a new appearance, but then reading the solicitation, we see who's pulling the strings on the distant planet of Sedri. So maybe someone is controlling the Drengir. So I don't know. We might. It's Star Wars. It's still early in this series. We're probably gonna have a new first appearance. But this Natasha Bustos cover, I really like this. I like her art style.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I believe this is the first book where we will not have a 1 in 25. I am correct. So just a cover A and cover B. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. We've got Venom 34, King in Black. This is it. So we get King in Black 5, and then this wraps up kind of the last little bits, the final tie-in to King in Black. But is it also the end of the Venom symbiote as we know it? So this is setting up issue 35, which is issue 200 legacy numbering, and setting up maybe where does Venom go from here?
Yeah. Well, with as much as they've beaten him lately, I can't imagine there's too many more places to go right now.
Right? And this is a pretty cool Stegman cover here. Great variant cover, sideways cover. There's of course a sketch cover for that, which is probably like a 1 in 100. And then there's a Super Log Venom Thing cover, which is really crazy. He did the crazy cover for King in Black 1 also that had Null on it, which I really loved. Super Log's got some interesting art. I don't remember if there's any others. I think that was it. Yeah. So we've got some more Omnibus here, X Factor Omnibus. But we're going to move on. We're going to briefly scroll through Dynamite. James Bond, Agent of Spectre, number 2. Sonya Versal, number 3. And that's it.
What the hell? Like, that's really all it's been, too, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's usually 1 or 2 titles, but this is all Sonya Versal, right?
Yeah.
So that's all different covers for Sonya Versal. So how many variants do you think will be on Venom 35? Like 600 variants, I think.
As many as Sonya Versal has, or more.
But way more. They'll probably be like 10 or so straight from Marvel, and then we'll get like probably 30 stores doing variants for it. So save your wallets. Hold on to those wallets. Perpetual wants a slow scroll through here. All right. Moving on to Boom. Berserker number 1 is getting a second printing foil cover, which has very cool art from Ron Garney, the artist of Berserker. So I think this is one to pick up mainly for the reason that, first print was well over ordered. And 2, the art on this cover is really good. Yeah. So for me, it's going to be a pickup. I'm not going to speculate on it, right? I'm not going to buy like 20 of them. I'm going to buy 1. Yeah. Because I
and then complain later about how the character sucks.
Buy 62 of them and not be able to sell them. Sorry, kid. That was the second print on that. Yeah. Buffy number 24. I haven't been reading this, but I think this is, it's one of those things that's Perpetual is trying to get the channel taken down from the chat.
Yeah, apparently we're not
highlighting that comment.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
But we've got Buffy fans are probably really enjoying this series. I never saw Buffy. I wish I had, but
so my wife is a massive Buffy fan. This is where I've got some relevance here, right? So she's big time Buffy fan. She's actually rewatching the series right now. And I've got a Buffy number 1 sitting over at a short box on the other side of the room waiting for her to read it. She may actually read it this week.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I had watched it like back in the day.
It's very good. I did watch it off and on and frequently. I actually was a big fan of the Buffy movie that came out before the Sarah Michelle Gellar show. So, it's good.
Nice. We've got Last Witch number 4 here. I've been enjoying this. This is a cool series. I think issue 3 just came out and it's still in my to read pile, but I've been enjoying the first 2 issues that I've read.
Sean Miller's going to get you banned now.
Who's going to get me banned?
Sean Miller.
Oh. Oh boy. I didn't even realize. They put those comments about the same time. Or maybe Perpetual was just laughing in response. Oh. Yeah.
Ellen says I've need told. I think you might have
autocorrect.
Autocorrect
Ben, yeah. Autocorrect strikes again. Yeah, Buffy. I was always told that, especially because I love Firefly and like other things that were created back then.
That's my wife's stuff right there. I got Firefly number 1 over there for her too. She doesn't read a lot, but she just got done with the Wonder Woman trade, and so she's probably going to read Buffy and Firefly.
Yeah. What do we got here? Ratio, that's a sketch. They haven't been doing more than that.
Highlight T-Rav real quick.
I've got a bunch of Buffy photo cover books from Dark Horse. I'll send her.
Dude, that'd be super cool. Like I said, she doesn't do a lot of comic stuff, but the 1% of stuff she likes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, and that's where you really have to be able to separate artist from art and kind of enjoy Buffy separately from things he's done. This is why I can't have nice things.
Because of autocorrect, I know, right?
Oh yeah. I've need told.
Next thing you know, everybody on the UK chat shows next week, they're all going to be using that.
Yeah, there we go. And this right here, though, I got to read the Magic Ash Can because my store let me buy that one. I'm not a Magic fan, right? Never played the game. They build the world pretty nicely in here, and I don't feel lost. I don't feel like I have to have played for 20 years and understand what's happening in Magic, right?
So just to let you know, there is a supplement and extra supplemental material for Dungeons and Dragons that makes it a Magic world.
Nice.
Like there's an actual. I know Wesley's into that kind of stuff. So yeah. If you ever did get into Magic and you still like D&D, I'm assuming you're always gonna like D&D because you're baptized.
Yeah.
But there you go. You can do an entire campaign of Magic the Gathering.
Oh, it's Magic. Yeah, the Ash Can was like, yeah, here we go.
That looked like a good book.
Yeah, no.
Ash Can? The one you had?
Copy is...
You're just singing along.
Yeah. What'd you say about this?
Is that thick? It looks really thick.
It's not. It's
okay. It looked like it was a thick Ash Can.
It's the size of like a normal issue, though. It's not super thin or anything. But so the only difference between this and like that cover I was just showing, it says, if I point to the right side, Ash Can Edition. Otherwise, this is that cover. So, thank you, Copy, in the chat there for singing for us.
Thanks for making us think about Happy Gilmore.
There's so much storytelling. You don't need to play the game to like it. And yeah, so it was just like hopping into a new series, right? You're learning the world, you're learning the characters. Probably I'd have a little bit more appreciation for some of the characters, like being like, oh man, this is, I have that card, or something like that. But it's thick, but not Dynamite thick. But yeah, so I wasn't gonna read this, and I picked up the Ash Can, and now I'm gonna read this. So, we've got a cover B hidden Planeswalker variant. I believe there are 3 of these. So there's 3 different artists, and the reason I think that there's 3, oh yeah, here we go. Well,
that's really cool.
If I looked, see, I missed this when I prepared the slides last night. So there's the 3 covers. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang. Don't make me buy all of these.
Yeah, I like them all. I really like that first one a lot, though.
Yeah. The skulls with the purple eyes. You mean thick 2Cs. There we go.
Don't get Perpetual and Sean started again.
If the next comic is called Jingle Bells, I'm gonna riot. You want that one stuck in your head? We could start to sing along, right? Before I keep going with the rest of the covers here, there's this pack of covers. So it's a limited edition collector set of Magic #1 covers featuring an exclusive variant by Mirka and Dolfo, which I believe would be the cover we'd see here once the art is revealed. Along with the main cover, a randomly inserted Planeswalker variant. So one of those 3 we just talked about, and then the blank sketch cover. the black blank sketch cover. Interestingly, they say the black blank sketch cover when this is a purple sketch cover. So
yeah,
I don't know if that's a special black blank cover for the pack or not. But if we keep going here, we'll see some ratio covers that are cool. I'm probably not going all the way down that rabbit hole.
That seems like a pretty big rabbit hole. I mean, the card game is a big rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually get the cover pack and then pick up maybe those other cover Bs, the Planeswalker variants, because those look cool. So we've got 1 in 25 by Guara. We have a 1 in 50 by Jungwon Yoon. And then Jungwon Yoon's art gets a virgin treatment on the 1 in 100.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, it's super cool art. I love it.
It is.
That's a rabbit hole right there.
To be honest, it's a lot like the Dungeons & Dragons comics where it's like I just play the game, but like I kind of want to read some of the comics because how good the covers are.
Yeah. And then we have a 1 in 200 by In-Hook Lee. Why has no one done an actual comic cover like the image coming soon image?
It's gonna happen.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, you just think the image is still coming soon, but that's the cover. That's the cover. That's it.
Oh, quick question. Is Space Bastards done?
No. There's
okay, because I haven't seen it on FOC in a while, or I haven't noticed it, and I've got all 3 of the ones that are out so far.
Yeah, it probably will be on FOC next week.
Okay, I was gonna say I might read those today actually when we get done because I finished my trade I was reading yesterday.
Nice. We've got The Many Deaths of Layla Starr #1. New series for fans of the Wicked and the Divine and the Dreaming from Ram V and Felipe Andrade. Exploring the fine line between living and dying in Mumbai through the lens of magical realism. So this, I don't know. I think this is going to be a good one. It's a 5-issue series, at least a volume 1 5-issue series. I have a feeling this one will be a one of those ones that you get 5 issues and then you get 5 more, that kind of thing. We've got a crazy cool cover B here by David Mack. It is a foil variant. This is apparently Death right here. This is Death foil variant. Perpetual is throwing a second on this one. Yeah, Ram V is right in this one. See, I'm sorry guys, I'm hurting your wallets today, but we've got a 1 in 25 by Anand RK. It's a kind of trippy looking cover. This one, I'm probably, as much as I want to get like the 1 in 50, this virgin cover here of Mac's work, and the 1 in 100, which is like crazy with the black. I'm probably just going to stick to the A and B on this one. Seems cool enough with that cover B foil, right? With Mac's artwork. I think that's where I'm going. And then Origins finally ending. I've loved the world for Origins. I don't feel too attached to the characters, so if any of them die, I guess I won't be too upset, but I think the world of Origins is really interesting. There we go. We've got 7 Secrets coming back with issue number 7. I've loved issues 1 through 6 for 7 Secrets. We've gone through one of the secret cases and into this kind of crazy portal world. So we'll see what happens from here. If they keep the secrets alive or not. All Mac covers look the same. Are those the only pastel? I mean, they have similar vibe to all of them, of course, but he's got different characters drawn on them, and so I think that's for me that's what makes them stand out. But yeah, he has the same color palette that he does. There's a Bengal cover for cover B. There is a 1 in 10 from Miguel Mercado with one of the secrets there and one of the holders, and then a 1 in 25 that has the whole team there. And there's, if you want to catch up on 7 Secrets, there is a trade paperback for volume number 1.
Is it 1 through 6, or is it going to include that 7th one?
It would be 1 through 6.
Okay.
So there'll be a volume 1 here, and then it says advanced solicited for April 2021.
They should have done all 7, man, because think about it, 7 secrets, 7 issues, like that would have been cool.
Well, it's going to be a 12 issue series. So we'll have a volume 1 and a volume 2.
That makes sense, but I still think that would have been awesome if they'd done it that way.
The Case and Fear Case is the 8th secret. There we go. All right, we're on to the last section here. We've got was it interesting? We haven't had Black Mask Studios pop up in a while. They're the people who did 4 Kids Walk into a Bank. Black was another series they did. But this looks like more of like a maybe semi-erotic kind of tale. Alice in Leatherland.
Come on. Come on.
We're going to keep moving there. Blade Runner 2029. We've got Casual Fling number 3, which I think
hold on a second. You scrolled past something that I was trying to figure out what it was. What's the one above Blade Runner on the far left?
Far left?
Yeah. Down. That one. What is that?
It's Xenoscope. So they do a lot of those like type of cover things too. Bell, King of Serpents, one shot.
Oh, that's a neat cover.
Yeah, they've got the Grimm universe. So I'm assuming Bell is referring to like Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast Bell, yep.
Instead of a version variant.
That's all I wanted to know. I was just curious because it looked interesting, and it is a good cover.
Yeah, absolutely. Sumerian Iron Shadows in Moon number 1. So I think we just had a Sumerian series end, so we've got another one starting. Couple different covers there. I missed the number 1 of this popping on here, but here's another Black Mask. I was just talking about them. There's number 2 for Destiny New York number. Never mind.
Man, Copy is joining the crew of people trying to get us banned.
Whoa. After meeting mysterious Lilith, former prophecy girl is thrown into turmoil when her ex comes back into town. I missed number 1 on apparently a previous FOC. This one I think some people were talking about was kind of good. They read issue 1. Not one I'm reading, but it's from AWA Upshot. Where are we? All right, I'm yawning. I haven't gotten enough sleep yet.
Man, these Grimm ones are getting really risque.
I mean, it's blacked out, so you can't see what's there.
Shit, I saw a Poison Ivy cover the other day that straight up said, it wasn't in a story, it was online. It straight up said actual comic not edited or something like that. Or not censored.
Well then, Jonna and the Unpossible Monsters number 2. I didn't pick this one up, but it's Chris Samney, Laura Samney did this together. It's from Oni Press. I heard some good things about issue number 1. So maybe something worth checking out. I flipped through it. Just didn't seem like my style, but it looked like it could be good. get a mannequin of those to add to one behind you.
Here's the thing with this mannequin, right? When I bought the mannequin, I already had the morph suit and the mask, which I'd worn before. I bought the mannequin, and that thing is creepier without the suit and mask on. It honestly is. Mannequins are scary, dude. Like full body ones.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. I don't think we really had a whole lot left other than that one that Perpetual mentioned. Miles to Go, I've heard, is a good series. This is Aftershock. We've got issue number 4 of that one. I've not read this. I just got issue number 2 randomly as a throw-in with something I bought, so I might check it out at some point. And then we've got the Picture of Everything Else number 3. I did drop this one, but mainly, I mean, it was good. It just again was something I needed to cut something.
Yeah, man, there's so much stuff like that in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good for other people, and it may be good to come back to, but it's just not stuff like that you don't want to keep up with.
Yeah, and there's a horror element to it that I liked, but as far as the other piece, the art stuff and like the drama kind of stuff in it, I was like, I'll pass.
Perpetual, don't make me bring her down here one of these days and take the mask off.
You had me at I bought the mannequin. So this is the one Perpetual was talking about earlier, Project Patron, something. Steve Orlando, who is the author on the one that I was talking about earlier here. Commanders in Crisis. There we go.
Oh, Commander in Crisis.
Commanders in Crisis. So 30 years ago, world watched in horror as the Patron, a hero sent as humanitarian aid from a different dimension, went punch for punch with Woe, a primordial beast and a perfect match for our mighty protector. In the end, hero and villain alike fell, but the Patron returned and continues to defend us. At least that's what we've all been told. He actually did die that day. The UN replaced him with a Reploid, I guess like a replica android, designed to mimic the real Patron and continue on his mission of protection. Today, that Reploid is piloted by an elite team prepared for anything except the death of one of their own. So that does seem like it'll be an interesting story. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up or not, just again, because of the number of stories I am already reading. But I think it is definitely one not to ignore, because it possibly could be something good. Mm-hmm. We have another AWA Upshot book here. Resistance Uprising number 1. So the Resistance had a volume 1 already. So we've got volume 2 here with this one here. I think what I heard is that Erratic takes place in this universe. I might be wrong, but I believe that is what I've been told. And so there's a Diodato Jr. cover here as well. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
What's the white thing there? Oh, is that like Lady Death?
This?
No. You don't wait past. Sasquatch, though. Wait, what's the Sasquatch thing?
Oh, White Widow?
Oh, White Widow. Okay. What was Sasquatch?
Sasquatch in Love?
Okay, my boss is a big-time Bigfoot fan. Like, he's into all that stuff. He's actually thinking about having Lewis make him a figure. I might have to tell him this is a thing.
Look at that. Perpetual's doing the work from the chat. I always forget to, when I do lives, I never remember in lives to say, give a thumbs up, drop a comment, subscribe, hit the bell thing, do all the YouTube things.
I don't have enough brain cells active at all one time to think of all that stuff. So, like, yeah, everybody go do that. But if you want to go sub me up, that'd be cool too.
Yeah. His Travel's link is in the description below.
Is it now? Did it really make it?
Yeah, of course it is.
It wasn't like 2 weeks.
It's been there for a while now.
He's telling people to go sub me up, and it wasn't even in the description.
Yeah, no, it's been there for a while now.
Okay.
I remember to do the YouTube things when I record something, right? I'm like, all right,
yeah,
set it up this way. I'm gonna say it here, and so I say it. But then lives, I'm more about talking.
See, I have a Google Doc that I copy paste my friends of the channel over to when I schedule a video on StreamYard. So it's all done before I go live.
Yeah, that I go to a previous video and just go into the stuff and copy it and then paste it to the next one. We don't have any live shows coming up until later this evening. I think 6 is East meets West. And then what do we got later? We've got
Phil's dropping a video, but he's not going to be live.
Yeah, Phil's dropping a video at 5 p.m. It is his 100 subscriber giveaway video. So go check that out. Enter his contest. I think he's at about 120, 125 now. So go subscribe to Comics Talk Weekly. His link is in the description below. Also,
don't sleep on his channel. He's got very nice with the previews.
Yeah, I think it's actually like towards the top because usually he's next. So it says coming up next, Comics Talk Weekly. So unfortunately, he's not quite coming up next. You got about 2 hours before he happens. But that will be plenty of time for you guys to go about and do your Sunday chores and whatnot, and then hop back into the YouTube later on. Gently smash that bell and press the follow button like you mean it.
I thought that's what I didn't realize that was a comment. I thought you were just coming up with that off the top of your head.
No. Perpetual's bringing the funny ways to tell people to follow and subscribe and hit the bell notification thing. But yeah, last week I had Lou from Aegis Comics of Alaska on. We were talking about kind of setting a team up. We haven't gotten to talk further about how exactly we're going to do this, but we are going to set something up to kind of show you guys how to set up a pool box with Aegis if your LCS is kind of making you mad. And you want a new LCS. I know Sean, who has been in the chat, he gets his comics from them because his LCSs were not being too kind to him. So he went to a place that they're going to be nice, treat him right. And the cool thing about once you set that pool box up with them is as we're talking during this show, you can go in and you can adjust your orders as you're seeing something that you're like, oh, I didn't know about this. I want to add this to my pool list, or I want to just order this issue. And he's still here with us right now. And so I think he said earlier there was one that I think it was the Scotty Young King in Black that he added into his pool that he wanted to add that comic in. And so it makes it super easy for you to edit your pool list and all of that kind of stuff. I haven't created my own version of this yet, but so we have the Spine Ticks code, but I also have a code that's Sparks 15 that you can save 15%. So either way, the Ticks 15 or Sparks 15 will save you 15% over at Aegis Comics of Alaska. Lou would have been on, but he is pretty tired today after a COVID shot yesterday. So he said maybe later in the day he'd be up and ready to go. And I was like, well, if you're able to join at the end, but I think he is still probably sleeping it off. But he'll probably be back on, next week. I liked his input of hearing, okay, well, our store is selling a lot of this comic, or this one's not been doing well, or like I know he will adjust his orders.
That's what I was going to say. I remember it influenced his own habit.
Thank you, Perpetual. I really appreciate it. And I like seeing your FOC picks on Instagram. So one of these weeks, you got to hop on here, and I'd love to have you provide your insight, because we look at the same stuff, right? And we're coming up with different picks. So I always appreciate everybody's input on this kind of stuff. We got Brick Hunter in here. What's going on? We're just wrapping up the FOC show, so be sure to catch the rewind on some of this. Sean's saying, they really pack their stuff well, and I agree. Aegis does that. I don't know if they ship to Ireland, but be sure to shoot Aegis Comics of Alaska a message on Instagram and see if they do. They to make those connections, they might just hook you up. Might take a little bit for the delivery service to get it there, but they go from Alaska to Florida in like 2-3 days. Mm-hmm. So there we go. And Alstron's been lurking, I think.
Smoking and lurking.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I'll drop the link again. Sure, hop on. But yeah.
So you're gonna bring him. We're gonna keep going here for a little bit.
Yeah, Sean wants to hop on, show the Aegis Comics.
Cool. I'll grab that Urban Legends for you to see.
Sure. But yeah, so I was talking to Lou. He wants to do a giveaway, kind of Road to 500 giveaway for the channel. I haven't heard which books exactly it'll be, but he did say they were some of the 1 in 25s for Berserker. So we'll be doing that soon. And here's Sean. What's going on, Sean?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
This is the third mail call from Aegis. Haven't even opened it. This is actually the way it came. So you get a nice bubble envelope, and you get your Geminis inside.
While you're tearing into that, I'll go ahead and show this off. There you go.
There you go.
Mark, this is the first Urban. This one came out last Wednesday.
Danny, can you address this comment?
I just saw it make him move. I don't know, man. So funny story about that. I actually have a really funny story about that, but let me go ahead and show this off. Yeah. See, look how thick this is. It's like a really thick, it's I think it's 80 pages. I don't think it says it on the front, but it says with stories featuring Red Hood, Grifter, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and the Outsiders. So I'm definitely picking up the second one.
Yeah. Alstron's saying change it to your Harley Mannequin.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you from Lou and Amy there.
Touch.
So funny story about the mannequin is, I do run an Airbnb upstairs, but I used to run an Airbnb down here too. And I had this guy actually from Spain come, and he's probably quite a bit younger than me. But anyway, he was here, and he stayed like all night with me up playing arcade games and talking. And the next day he told me he got the shit scared out of me because he came out of a room from that direction and he thought I set this up in the middle of the night. I'm like, no, dude. You were in this living room for like 4 hours with me playing games, sitting right next to it, and you didn't notice it.
I don't think I could do like an Airbnb kind of thing. I am not much of a people person.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. Me and my wife, we spent 6 months living in Airbnb.
Nice.
If I don't know you and I don't like you, I'm not going to talk to you.
Do you like
people being nice?
Do you like people giving you money? Because that's what I did it for.
Well, I mean, you have the circumstance of, do I like money more or do I like peace of mind more?
I didn't have very many bad people, and I am a big people person. Like I said, I love to travel and meet different people. And like I said, we lived in Airbnbs for over 6 months, and I knew the moment I stayed in my first Airbnb that I wanted to open one myself. So I used to run 3 of them here.
Yeah. Well, big difference, though. You probably don't have a lot of the social issues that I do due to like PTSD and other type stuff. So, like, I don't like going to like cons or like amusement parks or anything like that. I can't deal with crowds.
Oh yeah, there you go, all strands. There you go. If the D&D thing isn't the start of a cult, then I don't know what is.
I'm part of it. I joined the cult.
And yes, they use.
You're my lieutenant, man.
They do very nice with their packing. Painter's tape.
Perpetual, or Sean, does Perpetual owe you a Newcastle ale?
I actually have a 12-pack of Bass beer in the fridge right now. My go-to beers on a daily basis, if I'm going to be drinking, is Newcastle if I can find it, and then Bass after that. If I'm really going to be drinking some beer and I really want to enjoy a nice, good beer, I typically get Belgian beers. Another everyday beer I drink is an Icelandic beer called Einstock, which is becoming quite popular around the area here in Florida.
Caroline's still on about the D&D cult thing. She said she thought
yes. Joker won.
Yep. I mean, didn't we all think we were joining?
Yeah, that was a crazy cover. I saw that and I had to order it. I think I got 2 copies of this too. Yep, because there's the other one. And I think my High Republic's in here. Yep, High Republic 3. I got 3 copies of it.
Nice.
Which was nice. Unfortunately, I was only able to grab 1 copy of the number 1, but High Republic 2 copies. And because you had this on an FOC show,
yeah, Radiant
Black, not just you, but like everybody I pretty much watch on YouTube has been positive about this book. And I had to pick it up. I picked it up when it was on FOC. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna drop one in there, read it. If I really enjoy it, I'll probably grab a few more copies of number 1 and maybe some of the variants, and then crossover 4.
Nice. Shout out to Something Wong who just joined us.
What's up, Wong?
We've transitioned from FOC to Aegis Comics of Alaska Mail Call.
Well, you had mentioned, Aegis and stuff, so I just thought, I still had that and hadn't opened it, so I'd pop on and, show off a few books and how they pack their books. I
have something to say about Aegis too. I recently, sent off books to EGS to get graded, and Aegis is one of their partners. You can actually, if you live in Alaska, you can actually physically drop off your books at Aegis to have them graded at EGS.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Then EGS sponsors their YouTube show. So.
Yep. Lou actually has the guy who started the company EGS on the show quite often. I think he's had him on like 3 times already. I know twice, definitely twice. But yeah, he's a really cool guy. He'll sit there and answer every question you have, and he sticks around for the whole show. It's not like his little spot of talking about, him and what's going on with EGS and, what's going on with all these other grading companies, not just CGC. And he doesn't talk about just EGS either.
Mm-hmm. Copy, his name is Porsche, and he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a really good kitty.
I'm
the only dog person here.
I like dogs. No, you're not. You're not the only dog person.
I have a dog. Oh. I don't have a cat. You both have cats.
Okay. You meant just right here in this stream. I was like, there's plenty of people in the community that like dogs.
Oh, yeah. No, in the community. Yeah, I was just talking about between 3 of us.
I like all animals. I would have a dog if I lived in the country or something.
I've had a number of different animals. I've had a canary. I've had a parakeet. I've had half a dozen cats, 3 different dogs, a skunk, a beaver.
Just no cats.
I've had 6 cats.
Oh,
yeah. I've had a number of animals.
Is your cat the true source of the true leader of the cult?
No, he's not, because I agree with Austrian's statement that Porsche could care less about human domination.
Yeah.
No, that would be the mice, wouldn't it?
I've had cats my whole life. Also had dogs my whole life up until probably a couple years ago.
I've had 3 different dogs in my life, and I've had like 8 or 9 cats.
Redefining FOC.
See, some animals that I just never would own is a rat, a mouse, and a chinchilla. It just won't happen. And spiders. I'd never own a spider either.
No.
Yeah. I want an animal that's gonna it's gonna appreciate you. You know?
Actually, spiders can. Spiders do show affection.
Weird. I don't think
it is weird, but they do recognize. They can recognize the person who's constantly, providing for them and such, and they will show affection.
Yeah, interesting.
Almost like the cats.
I mean, snakes and other lizards are able to recognize that as well. Chinchillas are mean. Even if it's the most affectionate one you can think of that wants to cuddle with you and knows that you take care of it and everything, without any reason, it will still turn and bite you. My 6th grade teacher had one, and it bit him, and he had it hanging from the fleshy part of between your thumb and your forefinger.
I actually have zero idea if Allstrands is just making stuff up like he usually does, or he actually saw this happen.
That kind of stuff happens.
You'll get my recommendation for the comic book content is to scroll back to the beginning.
You'll get those. I can't stand spiders
D&D right now.
No,
I am arachnophobic.
I do have some stuff I gotta do. So
we'll just stay on here. Now,
but no, thanks for hopping on, Sean, and showing that stuff for Aegis, showing their packaging. And thanks, Danny, for hanging out with me, talking about some of those books.
Anytime you don't have a proper guest.
I mean, usually that, and even if Lube hops on every week when he can, I still want to bring in, whoever wants to hop on too.
Hey, I am more than willing to hop in if Lou's not here, so I could help promote Aegis, showing off stuff that
hop on when he is here, so you can say good things to his face too.
I've done that too. I was on stream with him over on Spine Ticks.
Happy birthday to Allstrand's wife.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to your wife, Allstrands.
Don't smoke around her.
Yeah. So anyways, down in the...
it depends on what you're smoking. She might want you to be around her.
Down in the description below is a link to Aegis Comics of Alaska. I've got the discount code down there. Also, if you want to set up a pool box with them, the first step is to email them or to message them on Instagram, and essentially you give them your email address, and then you start from there. And so that can get you ready for next week. If you want to be watching FOC and changing what you want on your pool list, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think the way I started mine was I called them up, actually spoke to Kevin on the phone, told him the situation between me and Midtown. He wrote down all the information, and then between him and Lou, they got me set up on the previews and emailed me back. So
awesome
stuff. Yep.
Yeah, it's had everything but you, man. Everything but you. You missed out. And let's end it on an FOC note, right?
Woody.